Welcome back to the Bitchin Bowl Challenge.
Aloha!
And today I have Luke with me, which is so important because I don't know how to make this. So he's gonna show us all how to make this bowl, which is, of course, the poke bowl, featuring our Sriracha Bitchin Sauce.
Okay, so poke, very simple dish, but it's very important that you have a fresh sushi grade fish. We have a salmon. I like to get as close to the bellies you can here. That's a nice cut, as you can see. And then it's basically just 3 ingredients. Besides that, the main part of the sauce, soy sauce, a little bit of sesame oil, a little bit of sesame seeds, and then some chopped green onions. And it's pretty simple, really. Just comes down to the freshness of the fish, quality of the fish. It's kind of like a sushi roll bowl, if you think about it. I really don't like sushi rolls too much anymore. I'm kind of just a raw fish and rice guy. So I really like this. And it doesn't have to be salmon. It can be anything that's kind of local. We love to fish in the family. So, you know, here in Seattle, we have a lot of great salmon fisheries for, you know, part of the year. Hawaii, you know, you have your tunas, your onos, and the other fish, and you can really, any sushi grade fish is gonna work for this bowl. Okay, so just gotta make sure all your slices of the raw fish are cubed equally. Even though it's a raw dish, you want it to be getting the same amount of goodness in every bite instead of a big old honkin', you know, sashimi bite or just a little salmon flake. Make sure they're all evenly cut. That's very important.
Okay, so the rest of this bowl, while Luke is dicing up that salmon, which looks really beautiful, it's going to be some very plain rice. That sounded bad the way that I said it, but it really is just rice that has been cooked in a rice cooker. One Valentine's Day, I got Luke a rice cooker, and I don't think he's ever loved me more.
I love it.
It was a panic buy that totally turned out, so anyways. We have some lovely rice. We're going to top this with the poke, and then also we have some edamame beans, we have some seaweed salad, and we have pickled ginger. And I think that's gonna be a really great bowl. I think especially once we douse it with the sriracha, it's gonna be amazing. And our neighbors who teach our children hula and fire stick actually made this and sent it home with a bunch of musubis. It's Hawaiian chili water, and I can't wait to put it on this bowl. I actually kept a bunch of it.
So you can see here, everything is very that's about the size you want. Just a little piece like that. And this is sushi grade. So, that's pretty good. That's the best way to eat fish, really raw in my opinion. Okay, so now for the dressing for the fish. Soy sauce goes in here first. Just kind of eyeballing everything. You don't want it to be swimming. And be very, you know, be very sparing with the sesame oil. You don't want it to be too much, just about a little bit to go in there. And this is a trick that I just learned from my kids about mac and cheese. You always want to mix the sauce before you put the noodles in. It's no different here with the poke. Okay, we're just going to add a little bit of these, a little bit of sesame. I like a lot of sesame. There we go. Looks about good. Adds a nice little crunch. Then we're going to add the fish. Let me give that a stir real quick. Looks like I could use a little more onions, a little more sesame. Okay. Then we're just going to plop it right in.
What if someone wanted a spicy poke? What would you add?
You'd red chili flakes is going to be good, or even just sriracha straight in there into the mix. So we're just getting it going here, and you know, this is kind of similar to a ceviche in a way where, you know, these raw fish cubes are going to start absorbing the flavors over time. So then you're going to have to let this rest in the fridge for, 1 to 2 hours is really best, because as you can see, the raw fish is absorbing all of this goodness, and that's really what makes it sing when you put it over the rice.
We're making a bowl. All right, we have the rice. I'm actually gonna start with a little sriracha. I like to have it get melty. And then we're going to add the edamame beans. I don't know, maybe do we go compartmentalized rather than full spread on this?
I think compartmentalized. Then you can kind of make your own bite as you go along.
I'm gonna just basically throw the rest of these guys right on here. Cha! Oh,
The seaweed salad, delightful.
That might have been too much. We'll see once the poke happens. Ginger. That was definitely too much. Should I add green onions?
I think so. Give a little sprinkle right there. I do love a green onion. There we go.
And the poke, I'll let you do the honors.
All right. So we're just gonna kind of swoosh this on. Oh yes, very nice.
It looks beautiful, and this is a very rare bowl.
You can add jalapeno in there. You can add mayonnaise if you want it to be a spicy poke bowl. And the finishing touch is the furikake, seaweed fairy powder. There we go. That's nice. That gives it a little umami on top, a little crunch factor. All right, my love, there you go.
One last little bit of sriracha, and then I have to put my Hawaiian chili powder on it. Chili water, not chili powder. This looks pretty delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, that's good.
There it is, a bitchin poke bowl. Got the 4 corners. You have seaweed, ginger, edamame. Well, I guess there's not a corner over here. Poke. And this looks pretty tasty. Let's see.
It's delicious.
10 out of 10. Highly recommend.
Okay. Thankful for our bowls. Thankful for you. For you.
Have a bitchin' day.